Hi everybody, I'm Marissa Blankenship in the Youth Services Department at the main library downtown, and today we're going to read a couple of Karma Wilson books, and I also have a suggestion for a snack you can make based on one of the books and an easy craft you can do at home. So first we're going to read A Frog in the Bog. There's a frog on the log in the middle of the bog. A small green frog on a half-sunk log in the middle of the bog. Might be a little hard to see, but there's the log, and there's the frog in the middle of the bog. He flicks one tick as it creeps up a stick. One tick in the belly of a small green frog on a half-sunk log in the middle of a bog. So we got one tick so far. And the frog grows a little bit bigger. He sees two fleas as they leap through the reeds. If you have some kiddos at home, I might suggest having them practice leaping. That could be a fun little activity. One tick, two fleas in the belly of the frog on a half-sunk log in the middle of the bog. And the frog grows a little bit bigger. See, he's a lot easier to see than when we first started the book. He spies three flies as they buzz through the skies. One tick, two fleas, three flies. Oh my! In the belly of the frog on a half-sunk log in the middle of the bog. And the frog grows a little bit bigger. He glugs four slugs as they slink through the sludge. See the slugs? They don't know what they're in for. One tick, two fleas, three flies, oh my, four slugs, ew, ugh, in the belly of the frog on a half-sunk log in the middle of the bog. And the frog grows a little bit bigger. Look how full he is, his belly's all full now. He inhales 5 snails from their heads to their tails. So we have one tick, two fleas, three flies, oh my, 4 slugs, ew, ugh, and 5 slimy snails in the belly of the frog on a half-sunk log in the middle of the bog. What a hog, that frog. And the frog grows a little bit bigger. Look how big he is now. Remember at the beginning of the book we couldn't see him at all? And now he takes up most of the log. Then that log with the frog in the middle of the bog starts to rise, and the frog sees eyes. You guys see the eyes? They're a little bit hard to find. They're these 2 yellow eyes right there. And the frog sees claws and a big set of jaws and a mouth like a crater, and the frog screams, "Gator!" Uh-oh. We might have a gator on our hands. With his mouth open wide, all the bugs inside start to crawl and fly and to slither and slide. Out come 5 snails from their heads to their tails. 4 slugs, ew, ugh. 3 flies, oh my. 2 fleas, dear me. And 1 tiny tick, ick. And right in the middle of his holler, that frog grows a whole lot smaller. See you later, says the gator as he romps through the swamp, because itty bitty frog isn't big enough to chomp. You guys practice your chomping at home? See if you can do that. Now, the bugs in the bog keep away from the frog, and the frog never sits on a half-sunk log. So that's the end of A Frog in a Bog, and I don't have any here with me, but if you wanted to make a snack to go along with this book, you can take like a celery stick or some pretzels, put some peanut butter on top, and then put something green like M&Ms or raisins, and you'll have a frog on a log. And then our next Karma Wilson book is Hilda Must Be Dancing. And again, if you have kiddos watching this at home, I encourage them to get up and dance from time to time, or maybe have a little dance party after that, and we'll talk about a craft you can do to build up your dance party. Hilda Hippo loved to dance, and so each day she practiced hard. She'd twist and turn and whirl and twirl, dressed in her favorite leotard. She'd spin a pretty pirouette, and then leap and land on tippy-toe. She tangoed oh so gracefully, and square danced with a do-si-do. So there's Hilda in her leotard. And while she danced in utter bliss, it sounded quite a lot like this. Kablunk, kablunk, crash, crash, smash. Thumpity bump, boom, bang, bash. The jungle floor would shake and quake, a tidal wave would fill the lake. Her friends would shout, "For goodness sake, Hilda must be dancing." You can see how all her friends are feeling, right? The monkey's covering his eyes. This monkey's trying to hide under a leaf. The elephant looks pretty stressed. They all hoped Hilda's hobby was a stage that would soon pass. But after one loud, shaky year, they knew this phase would last and last and last. While Hilda danced flamenco in her favorite pair of heels, bananas fell in gooey heaps, shaken from their peels. Look at all these gooey bananas. Swish it, swish it, clap, clap, jump, jump, jump. If you guys want to take a break and jump around and clap at home, I encourage it. "Hilda must be dancing," cried the monkeys from the trees. "Perhaps she'd take up knitting if we asked her pretty please." These poor monkeys are really having a hard time. Hilda tried to sit and knit. She didn't like it, not one bit. She's got some holes in her knitting too. I don't think she's doing very well. The yarn got tangled, so she quit. "I think I'll just stick to dancing." She rumba'd and she samba'd in her favorite flowered skirt. She skipped across the crowded plains and kicked up clouds of dirt. Hippa, hippa, bounce, bounce, thump, thump, thump. You see she's got a little fruit basket on her head now and some maracas. "Hilda must be dancing," said the rhinos in distress. "If she'd only take up singing, then she wouldn't make a mess." Hilda tried to hum and croon, but found she couldn't hold a tune. She tired of it very soon. "I think I'll stick to dancing." It looks like maybe people aren't enjoying her singing a whole lot either. The lion's sort of upset. The monkeys are still struggling. And if you look at this elephant has noise-canceling earbuds on. At the water hole, she boogied in her favorite disco pants. She muddied up the river and she trampled down the plants. Shaka, shaka, boom, boom, bump, bump, bump. "Hilda must be dancing," wailed the water buffalo. "If she'd only take up swimming, we might get some peace, you know?" And so, Hilda wallowed by the shore. She'd never felt so grand before. Now here's a hobby I adore. Looks like she's having fun. Water ballet dancing. In her favorite two-piece suit, she whirled and twirled with flair. Best of all, the ground stayed still. She floated light as air. And while she swam and danced in bliss, it sounded quite a lot like this. Kerplop, kerplop, plunk, dunk, swish. Glubbity glub, splash, sploosh, splish. A big crowd gathered at the shore. They cheered and clapped and called for more. Her friends cried out, "Hooray, encore! Hilda, keep on dancing." And so she did. And now, if you want to have your own little dance party at home, I'm going to show you a really easy craft you can make. So, I'm not very artistic, but I made a little maraca that you can make at home with some stuff you have around the house. So this is what it looks like. And then I'll show you real quick how to make it. So all you need are 2 paper plates of any size, or 2 paper bowls, or cups, or something, or something like that. And all you're going to do is set them down and find something shakeable, like some beans or some dry pasta noodles, or I have this little packet of beads I'm going to use. Stick them in the plate. Put the other plate, flip it on top. And then all you do is staple around the edges of the plate. I would do this a lot if you have something small, so like little beads or whatever don't fall out. You just staple all around the edges. It's about 10 times, so it could be a good like counting exercise too. Staple, and then voila, you have your very own maracas that you can encourage people to decorate. Have fun.